today on, we are also recording this webinar, so thank you very much for joining us today on this webinar to show you best practices when adding a tour on your booking system. So special thanks to our partner Guest Focus and Kelsey Tunner for inviting us to join them, and a big thanks, of course, to all of you for taking your time to participate and learn how to upgrade your tour business to a higher level. Before we dive into best practices, I would like to introduce you to our webinar plan for today. So during the next 40 minutes, I will do the demo presentation of booking solution and show you the best way to add your products to a booking system, but also we will show you the best practices on enabling online sales on your website. At the end, you will also have 20 minutes for your questions, so feel free to use that time to ask anything you would like to know or to be further explained. And also have in mind, as I mentioned at the beginning, this webinar is being recorded, so during till the end of the week we will send you our recording of the webinar as well as other useful materials. Some of you might already be using some type of booking systems. There is a lot of booking systems on the market for tours and activities that are similar to Orioli. So this webinar might give you ideas how to get the most out of your booking systems. And for you who plan to implement one in the future, today you will learn the best practices when adding a tour and general information about it. Also how to add different departures to your tours, how to upsell using the add-ons feature, how to prepare your guests for the tour, best practices when implementing a booking button on your website, the great feature how to automate confirmation emails and booking documents to your guests after creating a booking, and of course much more. So during the demo presentations, your mics will be turned off, but at the end of the webinar, as I mentioned, we will have 20 minutes for your questions. So you will be able to raise hands. We have this option is in Zoom. I will explain it later. So you can simply raise your hand. We will turn on your mic and you can ask your question. Or if you want, you can type in here in our Zoom chat your question, a specific topic you are interested in, and I will answer later. Or as I mentioned, if you want further explanations, I will try to send you an email, leave your email address, so I will respond till the end of the week, just to give you a better overview of the topic you are interested in. So before we start with the details, just one more thing. So I would like to say a few more words about our company. So namely, we are Orioli, a travel tech company based in Zagreb, Croatia, founded in 2014, and that is the year we developed Orioli booking system for online reservations and simple management of tours and activities. Our clients are travel agencies, tour guides, also tour providers across the world, and at the same time we have smart destination solutions for DMOs and for different types of destination organizations. So Now you got to know us, who we are and what we do. So let's move forward and see what are the best practices with the booking system. Just one short thing before I start, I will ask my colleagues that are in the backstage just to confirm to me, can you see me and hear me? Just confirm me that, guys.
We can hear you.
Okay,
and see you.
Thank you very much, Lydia. Okay, so now we can begin. I will share my screen. And as I mentioned, you will be later able to type in your questions and to ask whatever you wish to know. Okay, so just small confirmation, Lydia, you can see the screen, I assume. Okay, so for the past few years, the experience niche has increased, and it is one of the fastest growing sectors in tourism. From what I can see, there is a lot of participants for this webinar that have applied. There is people from all over the world, and we are really glad to see that. So we believe that most of you are in tourism business, and you are certainly aware of the facts, but just to mention that researchers say that 90% of the tourists are searching for experiences online and love to book at least 7 of them during their stay in a tourist destination. Tour providers find this information very interesting, so they started to implement online booking systems on their websites to enable direct booking of their tours and activities. So one booking solution has interface like this, where you have the main navigation, you have a dashboard that looks like this, where you can see all your departures. You also have the product section, where you can find all your products and add your new products. I will show you that in a few moments. You also have the booking section, where you can see all your online and offline bookings you have received and added. Then here is the contact section, also the analytics section, so you can analyze your business results, also some type of promotion sections, as well as a channel manager, OTA channel manager section, where you can manage your partnerships, and resource manager. It depends on specific booking solution. So now I'm going to show you how to add one product to a booking system. It is really easy, but since we want to show you some of the best practices, it will take a bit longer than usual, since I will focus on each specific part. So have in mind, once you create a product, you don't have to change anything unless you want, and you can enable online bookings and use the potential of your website as a sales channel. So today you will see how easy that is. So let's begin. First step when adding a product is clicking, of course, on the add new product. And for the purpose of this webinar, we will create a tour and activity product. And of course, you need to define your tour details. This is the first step in creating a product. So details such as general information. So when adding a title link, you need to think of something that will be catchy for your visitors. I believe you know that. And a title that best describes your tour. In this example, it will be a walking tour in our main capital of Zagreb. It's called Underground Walking Tour. So just to be quicker, I will copy the text into the title field. Also, why the Underground Zagreb Walking Tour? So In this case, the word underground attracts the guests to explore what kind of adventure they can expect, since the word underground points that this tour might be a great way to discover hidden parts of Zagreb that are not usually visible when you come to a regular tour. So when it comes to title, just think of something catchy, just put yourself in the place of that guest and think, what would you be attracted to when you see a tour title? Also, make sure to add tour product description. So let's do that. Just a second. And also make sure to add a photo that best presents the experience your guests will have on the tour. You can add the photo within the booking system. It will be visible in the confirmation email that the guest will receive upon booking. So when it comes to the booking system, each has specific parameters for the picture, and within Orioli, the maximum size is 1 megabyte and recommended resolution is 1280 by 720. For the best preview, also the name should not contain any spaces or special characters. So I will show you later how the booking confirmation, where this picture will be shown, looks like, but just wanted to say a few interesting things about best practice when it comes to pictures. So just make sure that the picture shows your guests enjoying the tour, and make sure to use the professional camera, or if you have the budget, it would be really awesome for you to hire a professional photographer. That would be great. Another idea, if you don't have much funds to invest, is to give a free tour to the photographer in exchange for the professional service that will make your photos look amazing. Just be open-minded and think about the maybe cheapest ways to get the most quality pictures that then you can later use on your website and add to your booking system. Besides quality pictures, the most important thing when it comes to placing your tour on your websites and booking system is to give your guests as much info as possible. So your website is the first place where your guests will see all these details. So I will now move to the demo website we have created. So just give to your guests review of all the details such as duration, destination, minimum number of travelers. Just write the cancellation details, make sure they can read them anytime. Then make sure to highlight the experience and the full description of the tour, what they can expect. Also define everything that is included in the tour. You can also mention what is not included, for whom the tour is suitable, for who is not, and other important details such as meeting point and other important information. The great thing about Orioli booking system is that you can also add within your product full itinerary documents. So I will do that now with all the details I have just mentioned, and your guest will, upon booking, receive this itinerary in his confirmation email. So that way he will have everything in one place. Oh, and just to mention now that we are already talking about tour descriptions, so feel free to join Guest Focus. Guest Focus's free webinar, in addition to this one that will be held next Wednesday, where you can learn best practices in how to write irresistible tour descriptions and how to drive more bookings using them. So we will share you later the link where you can apply. So we will share that at the end of the webinar. So now when we have finished the general information step, let's move on to the second step, which is adding departures for your tours. So here is where your booking system can help the most. Just want to make sure. So I have added all the general information and moving to departure. So all booking systems have a departures feature, but it depends how detailed it is. When it comes to Orioli, our development consists of IT experts, but also from people who have a lot of experience in the tour and activities sector. So for example, I am a tour guide occasionally. So we know what happens in practice and on the field. So if you want to enable online bookings on your website, you need to give your guests an info about departures. So they can pick the departure date and time. And here is how you can add a new departure to Orioli. And later we will show you the booking widget from which the guest can choose the departure date. So now we are setting up all important for the tour on the back end on Orioli booking system. And later we will show you what it will look like for your guests when they come to book your tour on your website. So we will click on the add new departure. And here is the set of important data that you need to add. So when adding a new departure, first you need to define the internal name that will be visible only to you within the booking system. So in this case, our internal name is Underground Zagreb Walking Tour. Then the next step, if you have multiple departure definitions, you can add an external name. So it's the same, but you can that way allow your guests to choose between a 1 hour walking tour or a 3 hour walking tour, or the other example is whether you want them to choose the half day or full day tour. So everyone has different practice, but the best one is to give yourself enough time to prepare for the other departure if you are also a tour guide. So it depends how much time you will have between each departure. But as I mentioned, you can define the external name, and you will later see what it looks like on the booking widget, what will be shown to your guests. Next, you need to define the duration of your tour, which can be in minutes, hours, or days. Our tour is a 2 hour tour. Then we need to define the period from to, so from when till when your tour is available for booking. So in this case, from 23rd November till the 31st December. Of course, nobody's crazy to go on a walking tour during winter, but this is just a demo presentation. So this is how it is set up, unless if you are doing winter tourism, then it makes sense. So our tour is available on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the departure times are at 10, 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. So you can add as much departure times as you wish, and your guest will be able to choose the one that best suits them. So now when we have defined this, let's move to the price categories. So in this case, we have the adults. The price is $50, and we will add another one. It's children, So for them, the price is $25. And also, if you have some types of promotion, here you have the part where you can define the discounts in percentage or in the full amount, or you also have the group option where you can define the price for the whole group. The last thing that you need to set up is the maximum capacity of guests for this departure, and it is 20. So you can guide a group of 20 people, and when you reach the maximum capacity, this departure will no longer be available for online bookings, but guests can always choose another date, or you can change the availability within Orioli later and add some offline bookings if you want to add some additional guests. But the maximum capacity can be 20, 50, 100. You can leave it empty, so it's endless. It's all up to you. So if we have defined everything well, we will click save. And here it is. We have defined our departure definition. Just have in mind, you can add as much of departure definitions as you need. So now that we have defined them and you can play with them based on your business strategy, we can go to set up some advanced settings, which are the third step when adding a product. So when it comes to advanced settings, here you can see some useful features. You can check if your booking system has these options, and today we are using Orioli to show you best practices. For example, the features of your guests will always have the option to do an online booking with payment, or to choose to send you an inquiry. And later you can turn that inquiry into a booking by generating a payment link for card payment. So that way you enable to your guest, if he does inquiry, you will confirm availability and send him a generated payment link, so he can additionally pay again with his credit card, meaning online payment. The great thing is that you can also turn off each of these options and just leave one, so you will see later what it looks like. But one of the options that is really useful for our clients is the cutoff time option, which you can set up in minutes. So in this case, our cutoff is 1,440 minutes, meaning 1 day. So this option helps you define the time before the departure when online bookings will no longer be allowed. So in other words, you are defining how many days, hours, or minutes in advance your guest has the option to book your tour online. In practice, the advantage of longer cutoff is that it leaves you enough space to prepare everything for the departure, check all the bookings, and you can print out the guest manifest as well, which is the option in some booking system. You have it also in Orioli, but there is also the advantage of shorter cutoffs. For example, 2 hours or 120 minutes before the tour, where you have less time to prepare. But on the other hand, in case you don't reach the maximum capacity, this gives you more time to receive more bookings and let people book your tour last minute before the departure. So how you plan to use the potential of these options, it's definitely up to you. Let's go to the next step. So booking systems allow you to add various fees and add-ons to your tour. So this is the fourth step in adding a product to a booking system. So with the reservation fees feature, it's a good practice where you can transfer the cost of payment gateway or booking system fee to your guest. So that leaves you with a bigger profit margin, meaning that you got this expense covered, and it leads you to a higher revenue. So I think that is really great. So let me just show you how it works. So let's add a Molly payment gateway that I have integrated with Orioli. We will add the fixed cost of the Molly payment gateway transaction. It will be called online card payment fee. The cost is $1, but you can also define the percentage. The tax rate is 25%, and it is the fixed price. And let's click save. So that's it. This is really useful feature where you got everything covered and you can achieve bigger revenue since you have transferred this expense to your guest. So one more thing that is a good practice and can help you achieve high revenue is the add-ons feature, with which you can additionally sell some other services or products. So for example, with this, you will enable your guests to buy a bottle of water while booking your tour, or a souvenir, or for example, a museum ticket for an optional visit. So I will we will show you now how to give your guests an optional visit to the Homeland War Small Museum. The price of the ticket is $5. Also, you can define the percentage if you want. The tax rate of 25% is applied. It can be 5%, whatever you wish. And also it's binded to all price categories, but you can choose to bind only to one price category. So now that we have defined here, we click save, and here it is. We have created the add-on. So the great thing is that you will know in advance how many museum tickets you need. You can buy them before the tour and have them ready to share to the guests then that want to visit this museum. So with this, you have allowed them to buy your add-on while booking your tour. And the last but also very important part when creating a product are questions. So they allow you to ask your future guest questions to receive information about them that are very important for you to prepare them for the tour. So you can ask them questions like, do you have any food preferences? So I will add one, and you can choose the option of predefined answers. So in this case, they can be gluten-free, they can be vegan, or something other. Click save, and here it is. You will see later what it looks like on the front end. Then we will add another one. So you can ask them, do you have any questions? So here you can use the free form option where they will be able to write their answer in a field. And Another one that is really useful use case is that you can make them confirm they are aware of the meeting point or any other important information. And that way you can also enable them to receive the Google Maps link in the confirmation email. So I will just add this question. So it says like this: could you please click on the link in this drop down to confirm that you are aware of the meeting point? We go to the predefined option, and here we will add the Google Maps link that will later guest receive in his confirmation email. So you will see that also in the other part of the webinar, what it looks like for your guests. So now that we have defined all the details, it usually takes much less time, but I'm trying to give you some best practices, so don't mind me. That's why it took so long, but I hope it is useful to you. So we have created and added all the details, and we can click Save. And this is it. So moving forward now, I would like to show you how to enable online booking on your website. So the best practice is to create a call to action button that you can place to your website. And that's exactly what we are going to do now. So within booking systems, you can generate a book now button that will allow your guests to create online bookings. So simply click on the generate button, and now we can see that the product here is the one we created, the Underground Zagreb Walking Tour. In practice, it's good to set the default language of your widget to the one your guests mostly use or come from, for example, English. So when a guest clicks on the book now, he will be able to see the details in English. You can also choose which type of book now button you want to use. So usually it's best to use the simple one that looks like this, but we also have the extended one that has some other details like price, type, duration, so you can also use the extended one. So we will show you how to edit the simple one. And this is the button that is commonly used, and it's good practice to adjust the text and through it directly invite your guests to, let's say, for example, we will change it. So it won't be book now, we will call it book this tour. So you can see that it is changed, and you can also adjust the colors of the button to your brand colors. So I will just quickly do this for you to show how you can do it. Okay, so that's it. Now our book now button or book this tour button is ready to be applied on the website. But before I show you how simple this is, I just wanted to give you a quick hint that you can use to create a better user experience. So once we have defined everything for our book now button, we will click the copy HTML code to clipboard. And if you are editing yourself your website, you can do this on your own. I will show you how to do that in a WordPress website. It's basically in few clicks. And if you have a web developer or a person that is taking care about your web content, you can easily send them this code in email, and then they can apply this on your website. But as I said, I want to show you one hint to create a better user experience. So within the booking system, sometimes you have like multiple widgets, different widgets. So we have the Book Now button, but also we have the calendar that looks like this, which you can apply to your website, and guests can book your tour through it. Also, the development teams of the booking systems are aware that it is important for you to track the effectiveness of your online marketing campaigns, such as Google Ads, that you can track with Google Analytics. And you can directly measure how many people have clicked on your Book Now button and have finished the checkout. So you have the Google Analytics plugin, and also you can enable the Facebook Pixel plugin and see how many visitors came from that funnel. But now we won't be going deep into these options, since different booking solutions have different types of tracking integration. So let's go back to applying the Book Now button on your website, and to show you how easy it will be for your guests to book your tour online. So we have generated the Book Now button. We have copied the HTML code, and now we will apply it to the WordPress website that I showed you earlier. So this is the website. I will log in into my WordPress. So as I mentioned, if you have someone that is editing this for you, you can easily send them the code. But let's open the editor. It will just take a few seconds, enough for me to drink a bit water. I hope you are all here and that you can hear me well and see the screen. Okay, so now we choose the section where we want to apply the booking button. So this is the best part. And the best practice is to apply the Book Now button on the top of your page. So when your potential guest visits your website, he won't be able to miss it. So let's just, we click on the block, we click on the HTML. So here is where we apply the Book This Tour button. We will click Apply Code. I hope it's applied. We'll see. Save changes. And let's go to front end to see if everything is working. So if I have set up everything well in Orioli, I will now be able to show you how the booking process will look like for your guests. So let's say, for example, they have found your website on the internet. They have checked the tour. So I will put myself in the place of the website visitor. I have found this underground walking tour. I have checked what I want to know, and I'm interested to go on this. So I have the Book This Tour button, or the calendar from which I can do the booking. So I click on Book This Tour, and here I'm able to choose the preferred language. So you can add as much translation as you wish on the most known world languages: English, German, Croatian, French, Italian. We have a lot of them, but it depends from the booking system. And we want to go here. You can see the calendar, so you can change the month. Now we will click, if you remember that external name, so where the guest will be able to choose the morning departure or the afternoon departure, that drop down would be shown here. But since I didn't create two departure definitions, it's not shown currently. I can send you some materials if you want to see what it looks like in your email. So let's say we want to go on the tour on the 25th. We will pick the departure time, for example, at 10. We are choosing the price category. We have defined there will be 2 adults and 1 kid. And we want to go to the optional visit. We want to visit the Homeland War Museum. So this is the add-on we have defined. So if you have added the bottle of water or, for example, a souvenir or some kind of additional product that you want to upsell, it will be shown here if it's added through the add-on. So we want 3 tickets for the War Museum, and we go to contact information. Now we will add our info. I will try to be as fast as possible. So the first name and last name, your guest will type in his email, the address, also the phone number, so you can contact him in case of need, him or her. Here are our questions. I got a typo, so I hope you don't mind. So this is the question with the predefined answers. So do you have any food preferences? Gluten-free, for example. Do we have any questions? No. We need to click on the link of the meeting point. And also to be able to finish the booking, we need to read and accept the terms of service. Within the booking system, you can add the link to the terms of service, so your guest will be available to read them before he or her accepts the terms. And also you have the option of enabling the GDPR consents if you want for your guest to give you a consent to receive similar travel offers, newsletters, or some kind of promotions. Okay, so let's go to the overview and payments. So this is the important part. So through a booking system within, in this case, within Orioli, you can give to your guests 3 options. One is to create an online booking with credit card payment. And for this, we are using the Molly payment gateway that is integrated with Orioli. The other option is for your guests to make just a reservation. So later you can generate a payment link and send it to your guest in an email, so he can do the credit card, the online credit card payment later. And your guest can send only inquiry if he is not 100% sure he wants to book your tour, so you can confirm availability, answer the question your potential guest has, and then turn this booking after confirmation, this inquiry into a booking after confirmation, and generate a payment link or whatever you feel like. So here is also the specifications, so you can see the 2 adults, 1 kid. Here is the online card payment fee, and here is the entrance for the Homeland small museum. So this is the add-on, and this is the reservation fee we have created. Also, your guest can apply some kind of promo coupon or code. I will show you later. This is an addition to the webinar, how to use this option. So let's create an online payment. We will use Molly. We go to checkout. And now your guest needs to add his credit card details. So the card number, the card holder is test guest, the expiry date, and the CVV number. We click pay. And here it is. Our booking is confirmed. So your guest will have the success confirmation visible, but also at the same time, your guest will receive a booking confirmation on his email that looks like this. Here is the picture we have added. Here are all the details, so the price, the name of the tour, the departure date and time, the paid amount, the payment date, also the booked product and all the other details. Here are the details of your travel agency, so your guest can contact you anytime. Also, here are the answers to the questions, and here is the Google Map link of the meeting point. And also, if you remember the booking documents, so your guest has the itinerary attached to his confirmation email. Here is also the quote, invoice, and the voucher that are automatically sent from Orioli, so you don't have to worry about the booking documents. You can receive bookings within the 24-hour. You can sleep and receive your bookings, and you don't have to worry about sending invoices and vouchers to your guests. So here you can see what it looks like. The documents can be branded. Here are the details about your company. Also, here is the QR code. Some booking systems have mobile apps, so you can easily, on spot, when your guests are arriving, they can show you this voucher, whether they have printed out or they have it on their smartphone. So you can scan this and confirm that your guest is present on the tour. I believe, and I really hope you like it. And at the same time, when the booking is confirmed to your guest, you as a tour provider or supplier, operator, whatever you feel like, are receiving booking confirmation as well, with the name of the product, departure date and time, the details about the guest, what he has booked, which product does he have, has he purchased, any additional products and add-ons, the details about payments, the information, the important information you wanted to receive, and you can go directly from the confirmation email to your booking system. So all your bookings are visible here in the booking section. So here you can see the booking our guest has created for the 25th of November. The status is paid. So from this section, you can further print out the documents, the invoice, the voucher. You can also manage the payments, edit the booking. You can rebook the tour, set the status, or if you remember, I mentioned to generate a payment link. If it's only a reservation or inquiry, you can easily go to payments and generate a payment link, copy it, and send this link to your guest. So, okay, we don't have much time. I wanted to show you all the important stuff. So that's mostly it regarding the booking system. I also mentioned that we have one special promotion best practices tip. So here you have the coupon section. If you want to create some kind of promotion, Black Friday is coming, so you can easily create a new coupon. I will show you on the existing one. So we type in the description, Black Friday discount, we create the code, simply enter the set of letters and characters, whatever we wish. How often can be used, unlimited, custom limits, so 20 times or only once, and from when till when our guests can use this promo code, and how much discount do we give. We can define this in an amount or in a percentage. So in this case, we give 30% discount for Black Friday promotion. We can apply this to all products or choose the ones we wish. So our guests will be able to add this promo code when creating a booking and get a discount. So that's it. Now I am open to all your questions, so feel free to send them in a chat, or you can click on reactions at the bottom of your Zoom screen navigation and click raise hand, so we can turn on your microphone and you can ask your question directly. So don't hesitate to ask anything you wish to know. And while I'm waiting for your questions, I would like to invite you all to the second part of this webinar, as I mentioned at the beginning. So it's on Wednesday, on November 30th at 3 p.m. In this webinar, Kelsey Tanner from Guest Focus will cover best practices and essential elements to create sales pages that are simply irresistible to your ideal target guest. And also during the webinar, the Guest Focus team will select some of the attendees for a hot seat section with Kelsey, and they will do a live analysis of one of your tour description. And here he will suggest 2 to 3 concrete changes to drive more bookings. So I highly recommend you apply on this webinar, and my colleagues, I believe they already have. You can see it here in the chat. They have shared the link where you can apply for this free webinar. And as I said, I suggest you use this opportunity to learn how even small changes in your conversion rate can mean tens of thousands of dollars of extra revenue. So definitely don't miss this. Hi, Ali, we are listening to you. So let me just open the participants page. So Ali, feel free to ask whatever you wish. If you wish to speak live, don't hesitate to click on the reactions and to ask whatever you wish, or you can simply type in to the chat. So I will now stop sharing and I will start my video, so maybe it will be easier for you to ask some questions and to talk to me. So don't hesitate to ask whatever you wish to know about the booking system. I would also like to hear some of your maybe suggestions, or to hear which booking system are you using, and if you want, you can also share some interesting features that are really useful to you. So feel free to attack me. I'm here. Okay, so Ali is asking, are you taking my commission from any booking? So my colleague Felipe has sent the pricing page of Orioli here in chat. So we have 3 pricing plans. One is startup, growth, and business. So the price you are paying on the example of startup, the price of Orioli for startup monthly is $19. That is the fixed cost. And the commission for online booking is 2%. So 2.5% per online booking. But the great thing is that there is no fee for offline booking. But if you remember the feature that I showed you, reservation fees, so you can always transfer this cost to your guests. So you can define the reservation fee in percentage or an amount. So you can transfer the cost of your booking system commission for online bookings to the guest if you wish, and you have the higher profit margin if you don't want to include this cost in the cost of your tour, but you want to add it. So if you remember, I have showed you the example where you transfer the cost of a payment gateway transaction to the guest. So you can also do that. Thank you, Ali. He says your product integration system is easy. So yes, you can see that Orioli is easy and simple to use. If some of you are using some other booking system, so usually the IT teams and the developers are trying to make the system as simple as possible. Since I can tell you my case, since I work as a tour guide, I don't have much time to deal with administration. So as I said, I need a system that is really easy and simple to use, especially the option where I can automate sending the confirmation emails. So, okay, Ali is asking, can I set 5 languages tours at the same time? So Ali, you can set within our booking system, you can set one product as you have seen in English, and later we have the option of translations. So that's where you can enable multiple translations. So on the booking widget, during the booking process, your guest can choose the language he prefers. So just give me 1 second and I can share my screen again just to show you quickly how the translation function works. So we go to settings and preferences. Here you have the translation, so you can click the languages you wish to translate. So let me just show you how the English translation works. So we click save and we choose, for example, the tour we wish to translate. So we are translating the fields that are visible to the guest. So the product title, the description, the add-on title, the answer to the questions, also the external name, price categories, and the questions. So everything that is visible to your guests on the booking widget, you can translate and your guest will be able to pick the one that is preferred. Okay, so does anybody else have any questions? 9:30, I have English. Okay, I don't know what you mean by that, but as I said, you can choose to translate to multiple languages. So you can have at the drop-down list on the booking widget, you can have Croatian, English, French, German, and your guest, whether if he's from Germany, he will choose the German languages. If he's from I don't know, for example, France, he will choose the French language. Oh, I understand now. The departure time doesn't depend on the language. So the language doesn't depend on the departure time. You can have as much departure times as you wish, and they will be shown on the languages you have translated. Feel free to ask whatever you wish. So we have 10 more minutes. Thank you, Felipe. I forgot to turn on my camera, sorry. So I'm here for you. As I said, don't hesitate to ask whatever you wish. Also, wanted to mention one more time that this webinar is recorded, so my colleagues will be sending you in the next few days the recording and some other useful materials. Of course, if you want, you can always go to our website, orioli.com. We have a blog there, so our marketing team shares advices on how to use a booking system, also on the best practices in marketing and also in online sales in tours and activity sector. So you are always welcome to go and check out the blog. I believe you will find something useful there for yourself. Okay, so do you have any other questions? Maybe feel free to ask. Or if you want to include and ask live something, you can raise your hand and feel free to ask. I'd be happy to talk to you guys. Or if you don't have any further questions, I would like to invite you, if you wish to see how a booking system works, if you think you need some additional explanations, you can always schedule with me one-on-one demo presentation. I will type my email. It's vesna@orioli.com. So it's here in chat. So you can send me an email directly and I will try to send you as much information as possible. But as I said, you can suggest the date and time that would work for you best to schedule a demo presentation. It's 30 to 45 minutes, so I can show you exactly the features you are interested in, but also on our webpage, you can find the link where you can sign up for a free 14-day trial. So you can try Orioli for free for the next 14 days and just see for yourself how it works. So you have all the functionalities available, and after 14 days, then if you wish, you can activate your account. And that's it. If you don't have any more questions, thank you everyone for participating on this webinar. Thank you for listening me for the past 16 minutes. And hopefully we have managed to show you. Yes, okay, Paris, thank you very much. Paris and Beyond Tours. So greetings to Paris from Croatia and to all other parts of the world. So as I said, hopefully we have managed to show you how to get the most out of your booking solution. You can always ask us for some other advices, and hopefully these best practices in enabling online sales on your website were useful. So as I said, don't hesitate to contact us. Don't forget to apply for the webinar next week. And thank you once again. I wish you a pleasant day and all the best, and maybe see you some other time. Bye, guys. Thanks, everyone.